Welcome to my crappy garage. Today we're going to be reviewing the cheapest dry cutting saw I could possibly find. This ended up costing, I think it was like $130 refurbished from Evolution themselves. So I'll leave a link down in the description where you can find this. So I don't need the 16-inch blade, I don't need the 14-inch blade. I really just want a small compact saw that can cut 2-inch box tubing. So that's why I went with the cheapest one they had. For some reason it says on this one only 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 square at 90, but then it'll say 2-inch round at 90 and 45. And then 1 3/4 by 3 1/4 rectangle. I don't know. It just seems, I'm not sure if it's a limitation of the blade or a limitation of the power of the motor, but we're gonna find out. All right, and here it is. So let's get it out of here, get the blade on, and then we'll start cutting some stuff. Getting this blade in here is quite a trip. I'll show you what I kind of figured out. Gotta make sure it's going the right direction. So do it one-handed. Ta-da! All right, first sort of problem I'm seeing here. First off, this chain is super cheesy. Second off, this base is definitely China stamped steel. I mean, I feel like I can just flex it with my hand. All right, and then the real problem here, when you do an angle iron, this is kind of how you're supposed to cut it, peak up. The problem is the head here is rising up. I don't know if you can see that, but I can stick my finger in underneath it a little bit. So as I'm tightening it, it's kind of climbing up the peak. So I don't know, I guess it is what it is. It is holding, so we'll give it a shot. Yeah, it's not that loud, so here we go. That did not go all the way through. We did not go all the way through. That sucks. We're just that little piece right there. So looking at the base here, there's actually another screw right here and up there. So I'm wondering if I can reposition that rear vice jaw. It says here you can, repositioning the rear vice jaw. They just don't say why. So I'm guessing I would lose some cutting capacity. I don't know. Let me run one of the big 2x4 things through, and then we'll see if we lose any capacity. All right, so I got the jaw slid forward. I want to see if I can still cut this and cut all the way through that. That'd be great. Let's try it. So that still cuts. Cool, that works. So I have no idea why they would move that jaw back like that. It works so much better to move that jaw forward for me. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Let's try some harder stuff, okay? All right, so I'm not gonna say it's perfectly square at all. It's pretty good right there on the left-hand side. You can see it's up a little bit. I don't know if that's blade deflection or maybe it was just that the rod was drooping. But I mean, if I was cutting this for a lathe, like, big deal. I'm just gonna face that off anyways. All right, let's try something else. All right, so my goal here is to cut this bend out of here. This is a 1 5/8 inch outer diameter pipe. It was a fence post, for the top of a fence post. When you tighten this down, you can actually see the back jaw move out. So it's definitely not gonna keep a square cut. If you guys want to see what I'm talking about here. So as I crank this in, so hit tension, watch that, watch that back blade right there. You can see it just move just a little bit. So, I don't know, it is what it is. So I did end up cutting some 2-inch box tubing with it. This is 2-inch box tubing, 1/8 inch wall. It cut absolutely fine. The instruction manual says not to cut it in this flat position like this. That's how I cut it and everything worked good. So that's how I'll continue doing it. I definitely will say that hearing protection definitely needed because it is pretty loud when it starts cutting. And the second thing is getting safety glasses. I've already been hit a couple times in the face with these little chips. So those aren't optional. In this particular case, it's gonna be mandatory. With the bandsaw, it was kind of nice because it would be quiet. So you could really just, you know, like let it run and all you heard was just a little hum and then your part would drop off. So that was kind of nice that way. All right, so that's the end of the review here. Just basically getting set up, cut. Would I recommend it? If you have limited needs. I have limited needs. I only need to cut 2 inches and below pretty much. You know, 2-inch box tubing, like I said, 2-inch angle iron. And maybe some small stuff for my lathe. But past that, that's it. So for the $130 I spent on it, not a bad deal. Would I tell you to go out and buy one? I don't know. I would probably, if you have the money, save up and get the 15-inch or the 14-inch one. Would definitely be better. So that's it. I'm just basically the guy that you drive past and see working in his garage and going, I wonder what he's up to. Probably not a whole lot, but it's fun for me. So if you want to join along, that's great. Hit that subscribe button, please. Thank you so much. See you next time.